it has been about a week since I made this contraption for my son's cot to stop him from climbing out, and a lot more people were interested in this than I thought. So I want to start off by just stating that I am Charlie's mum. Hello, it is me. I'm the mum. For all those people out there that had all of these negative comments, I just wanted to give you that little reminder that yes, I am his mum. I do know what is best for him. So yeah, I just wanted to get that out there in the open first. If you haven't already seen it, go back and watch the video of how I made this contraption. Now, I had a lot of comments that I was very appreciative of that were constructive. A lot of people were saying make sure to put the zip ties down so that these little parts don't scratch him if he does get out. I made sure to do that before he even spent one night in it. So thank you to the people that made that suggestion. Issue that this has actually caused is it has made all the other kids want one. Now, whether this worked or this didn't work, there was a few other factors that we put into play as well as doing this to keep him in his cot and to help him with his bedtimes and his nighttime. So I think I have to highlight a few of those as well, because I don't think it's just been this that has helped. Previously, you would have noticed that Charlie was in a room on his own and we had the other three in this room. That was because going to bed for Charlie, he wasn't self-settling, he was needing comfort, he was needing one of us to be in the room with him. And when those things were in place, it was disrupting the other child that was in there with him. So we moved Billy in with Archie and Daisy. If you haven't caught on by now, they're quadruplets, by the way. So there's 4 of them. 3 of them were sleeping in here because those 3 would self-settle really, really well. And they would all sleep roughly 12 to 13 hours a night. Whereas Charlie, he was sleeping, the 12 and 13 hours. However, he was needing a lot of help to go to sleep. So that's how we were doing it. He was then also climbing out of his cot and just making a lot of racket in the room. And it was something that we, 1, didn't want him to disrupt the other child in there. And 2, we didn't want him to teach the other child in there. So that's why he ended up being in a room on his own. I did always feel though that he was having these extra issues because he was lonely. He was wanting to be in here with the others. What we needed to do was stop him from climbing out, and then we could just put him in here and see if the other issues resolved. Once I did this contraption, he spent 2 nights in his room on his own, and he did not climb out. He attempted to, but he gave it like 1 or 2 cracks and he was like, my God, my mom is a genius, and just laid down and went to sleep, which was amazing. But that's when we moved him into this room. Now, I'll show you this room. They are all in a room together now, which makes my heart so happy. Now, I'll start over here. We have Daisy. This is butted right up against here, so she can't actually open these doors. Here is Sir Billy, and he has now been lowered down onto the floor. Here is Mr. Archie's cot. Now, Archie has the camera attached to his cot. It's duct taped onto there. And this is the base of Billy's bed because it covers all the cords. And we have Sir Charlie over here with his lowered cot, whatever we want to call this. This room is purely for sleep. We're a big family on blockout blinds. Because they room share, we find it's really, really important to have it completely blacked out. Otherwise, they see each other and they will just have a conversation and play in here the entire time. Whereas if it's completely blacked out, it limits that and they kind of get a bit bored and just go to sleep. That has been really, really important for us. And it's been something that a lot of people have been interested in on how we get the room so dark. Now, we have tried everything. We tried like the stick-on contact. We tried just a sheet. We tried just blinds, all of that jazz. And we've come down to this technique that we've been using for the last year. And it has been incredible. Now, I have an entire video of products and everything that we use, but I'm about to set this space up for when the kids come home from daycare to go to sleep. I'm going to show you just how dark it makes this room. Watch when I shut this door. All right, so that's the room. I shut this door. Nothing. So, did he end up climbing out of this space? He has not climbed out during bedtime. However, he has climbed out twice. Those times were when I was taking 1, 2, or 3 out, and then I'd come back in and he had gotten himself out. But when we put him down to bed, it's completely dark in here. He hasn't climbed out. He's attempted, but hasn't been successful. It's worked in the capacity that we wanted it to. We wanted him to stay in bed when he needed to stay in bed, and that's worked. When he is ready and the others are ready to transfer over to toddler beds, they most definitely will. And we would love for them to be able to transfer into just a big super king together on the floor. and that's something that we will do when we feel is necessary. So thank you to all of the little internet parents out there. Did it work? I'm going to say yes. Yeah, it worked for us. For us. Anyways, that's pretty much a tour and breakdown of our quadruplets bedroom.